Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. It is a beautiful day here in Maine, and I have a lot of yard work to do, so I'm happy. Um, this is if you're new here, make sure you're subscribed because every Sunday I do a Clearing the Bases episode where I cover all of the topics that I found interesting from the past week that didn't quite make it into their own videos. It's become my most popular series, taking lead over Attic Fine Friday. So we're going to jump right in here. And what I like is when people comment the item that they find the most interesting, or any thoughts you might have about any of these things that I'm covering. So let's jump in. I don't think this is a very long episode today, but we'll see. All right, we're going to start with this 1948-49 Leaf Jackie Robinson SGC9, shared by Leighton Sheldon from the Toronto Expo. Priced at $10 million, as you see here. That's Canadian dollars, so about 7 million US dollars. Uh, I tried to find out, what has this sold for in the past. I couldn't find any actual sales of an SGC9. Now, a PSA 9 sold 5.5 years ago for $336,000. The pop on this is very, very small. It's not much above single digits. There are 8 of them in PSA. Not much more in nines. It's a couple in SGC. I looked it up and now I've already forgotten. Awesome. So PSA. So here's an SGC 8 sold in golden for $288,000. So could a 9 be worth $7 million US? It could. It's very rare. It's a very desirable card. I'm thinking more like low millions though. What do you think? And so that was shared by Leighton Sheldon. And of course, this video is sponsored by Leighton Sheldon and Just Collect, the country's top buyer of vintage sports cards. You can go to their website, which is right here, and it's also linked in the description. You can click on Appraise Your Collection if you're interested in selling your collection or any part of your collection. Uh, mm, you can go here, click on Free Appraisal Form, enter in your information, or you can just email Leighton directly at leighton@justcollect.com. And I just sold a card, not a vintage card recently, and it was this card here, but it was authenticated, the autograph, had a PSA slabbed, and then this one I was watching because it hit $660 raw in the first like 4 hours. So I was like, oh no, did I make a mistake? I sold it for $1,850. And turns out it's still very, very valuable. Even raw, it sold for $732, but I feel like I still made the right move. I'm not regretting it. So, but then I also wanted to talk about some of the comments that were on that video when I sold it. This one in particular, my biggest beef overall about this hobby is its zero sum game aspect. You live in this world, you meaning me. I'm so glad for you that you ripped someone off. And I have a strong disagreement about this comment. Uh, I don't think it's a zero sum game. It's not like every card goes to zero. You know, it's just such a I don't know. I was frustrated with this comment and I wanted to talk about it. And this person, I don't know uh, if they comment a lot, but I don't remember the name, JRS. And I respect that they felt comfortable commenting this, but I don't think I ripped someone off. I sold it to them for $1,850, which they felt was a fair price. I felt was a fair price. I had a lot of people offering me around that money. And as you can see, here's a comment from Martin Caden, who's a frequent commenter. He says, "Right decision. She'll fade into obscurity when she turns pro." And a lot of people thought that. That was a very common idea. But and I thought that was a possibility too. But they are selling out of every game. Like 40 out of her 44 games are going to be on national TV. She just signed a $28 million contract. I might have made a mistake selling this when I did. I thought she was going to fade into obscurity too because The WNBA is historically an obscure league, but sometimes people will transcend the league that they're in, the sport that they play, and she has the potential to do that. So, uh, I did not rip somebody off. Somebody paid me what they thought it was worth. All right, speaking of selling cards, the link to my COMC is up. I'm trying to get rid of cards. Go buy some cards. It's in the link is in the description. I throw them a lot of cards. I've got this sorted by cheapest. And you can see uh, I've got really, really cheap cards out there. So I would love it if you would go buy some of my cards. Make me offers. I've got you can make offers. Just trying to get rid of them. I'm not trying to make profit. These are mistake cards, the cards that don't fit in my collection that I bought or I'd ripped in packs. And yeah. All right. CPB officer sees counterfeit Prism Wembanyama rookie cards. You've probably seen this already. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers in Rochester, New York, have seized hundreds of thousands of dollars in counterfeit merchandise, including 29 counterfeit cards of Wembanyama. Why only 29? These were designed to look like his 23 Prism base card. 29 of them. Were they planning on making more of them? Why didn't they do the refractor? Do they not have the refractor technology? It's interesting. I'm thinking because people aren't going to be suspicious of his base card being faked. Just thought maybe there are a lot more of them somewhere else that they haven't found yet. So be on the lookout. This is, I, I don't know. Look at your cards carefully. That looks real. I would love to see the back of it because it said, where did it say? Bearing counterfeit trademarks. Includes faked Panini trademarks that have been counterfeited in the design of the card. Can they teach us what they found? Like, how do they know they're fake? All right. 1969 Topps basketball complete set number 4 on the PSA set registry with an 8.77 GPA. This is quite a set. Kareem AbdulJabbar rookie. You have Havlicek rookie. It's a very, very popular set. Just sold for $336,000. Awesome. This Wisconsin man amasses 138,000 copies of one Magic the Gathering card. The same card. I will include this this link, if you're interested in reading it, in my newsletter that goes out tomorrow morning. I am also announcing the winner of this by at 5 p.m. today. I'm selecting the winner of the Melot 1940 play ball card. You have to be subscribed to the newsletter at 5 p.m. today, and I'll be announcing the winner of that tomorrow. So you will also see a couple links that I'm going to talk about here, including this guy, 138,000 copies. They're all in this box, which is crazy. And then topical here, Victor, the rookie card specialist, posted on Hobby News Daily why the 1986 Fleer is still Jordan's true rookie card to him. I thought it was a good article. I used to be staunchly in the 1986 Fleer camp. I've started shifting more towards 84 Star is the true rookie, but I'm still I could go either way. So this will also be in the newsletter if you're interested in reading it. The newsletter is right here, junkwaxhero.com. Enter your email, subscribe, and you can read past articles too that I've written. All right, onto the Twitter items. This is a Tom Brady signing and visit and meet him, blah, blah, blah. People paid $3,600 to go and meet Tom Brady, and it went very, very poorly. He, uh, look at his autograph here. It's not good. Uh, and like he was supposed to sign his name on this shoe, on this cleat here, and he just scribbled. Now, some people are saying, well, everybody scribbles now, but that's not even authenticatable. It doesn't look anything like Tom Brady's signature. Uh, People who were there say that he ruined their valuable items, and they're very, very upset. Uh, Now, people were saying, well, this is Fanatics' fault because Fanatics runs his, uh, you know, uh, signings and whatever else. And Darren Ravel of Collect said Fanatics is not involved here, literally nothing to do with this event. And he did write an article about it where blame was shared among various people. But I think that I don't know. I might write an article about this, maybe for my Wednesday newsletter. It's more complicated than that, than Fanatics not being involved. Like Fanatics signed Brady to a long-term contract for exclusive memorabilia, and there's more like that. Uh, Steve Grad, Beckett autograph guru, said it's horrible and disgraceful, but people get to see the real Tom Brady and how he thinks every collector is terrible. He's been like this for years. Unfortunately, people paid $3,600 for an autograph that can't be certified. So Steve Grad is confirming that they can't authenticate these autographs. And then, would you authenticate them? And he says, no, we won't. If you read the article, we had 6 submitted today and we listed them as inconclusive. That's garbage drivel. The people who got ripped off should be suing Brady for knowingly destroying their items. All right. This one, Da Hook, I don't know who this guy is. I follow him because he posts some thought-provoking things, but he shared the screenshot and said, so weird to sell individual boxes and then case fresh, say that 5 times fast, boxes at a much higher price. Where exactly are they getting the other boxes? So you have this 2023 Topps Chrome update baseball hobby box, and then right underneath it, the same exact thing, but this one is case fresh. And the answer is a couple possible things, and thankfully I found a couple people who gave these answers. It's either they open boxes until they get the case hits and sell the rest off to non-suspecting customers, bold to offer case fresh in the same breath. Yes, definitely a bottom feeder move. Uh, that's a possibility, and I have seen local card shops that do this. I've seen people at card shows do this, where you see like a hobby box where they're selling individual packs and there's half the box left. That is quite likely. When you see that, somebody has opened all the packs until they've found the biggest hit, and then they're selling off the rest of the packs. Or DNA also buys a lot of was from collectors. Was, I assume, is packs or boxes. I'd imagine case fresh have been removed from a sealed case by them. This is the most likely case here. Case, pun unintended. Otherwise, they likely came from a hobby box they bought and can't speak to what else was pulled from the cases the loose ones came from. Yes, this is, and actually, Dahook says right here, I think this is correct. I do too. Uh, this is, I believe, the most likely answer for what D&A Card World is doing here. All right. Several charges dropped for ousted Columbia City Parks superintendent in $240,000 theft from city. He used city credit card to purchase $240,000 worth of baseball cards. They had recently learned of suspicious financial activity at the city's parks department. Spent $246,000 on baseball cards from Sport Spot using the city's credit card. Documents say Green would then resell some of the cards on eBay, admitting to using the city card to making the purchases. When asked why Green had purchased the cards, the court documents say he stated that financial pressures associated with supporting his son's chosen career were the primary financial motive. I've tried finding reporting that say what his son's chosen career was. Was it breaking cards? I don't know. Charged with 4 counts of corrupt business influence, 4 counts of theft, and 1 count of official misconduct. Court records show Green entered a plea agreement in the case on Monday, pleading guilty to 1 count of theft. Oh man, what? This is this part of the addiction where you're stealing the money from your city, your employer, and spending a $250,000? Again, I am Meatballs, who always makes an appearance somehow. I don't even know who this person is, but they always have good stuff. Found the investigation report, and this guy was hilariously bad at criming. He'd purchase cards on the city credit card, get a receipt for cards made out to the city, and then try to pass the card charges off as things like pool chemicals. Oh man. Okay, so here we go. 5 first off the line certified, $800. 6 certified, $750. Supplies, 30. And then he wrote chemicals for pool. And I can't read this one, but he wrote again aquatic chemicals. Man. All right, just some really cool looking new Topps cards. The Gladiators of the Diamond coming out. 2024 Bowman. That looks pretty sick, I have to admit. What do you think? And then this, I could do without. 2024 Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto. Look at how big. So we had this issue last year where they showed these and the boxes were giant on these. And then for some reason, I think that when they came out, they weren't as big as they had promoted them to be. Does anybody remember that? But that's too big. We don't need a box that big, in my opinion. It takes up so much space on the card. All right. This person in the Sports Card Nonsense Facebook group says, "This is how PSA treats customers. I sent a card to them and they upcharge me and it sells for under $500. Then I ask them what to do in the future to avoid the upcharge, and this was the reply." And they say, "Hi, Devin. Yes, if you do not agree with the adjustment, you can decline the upcharge, and we will then remove the card from the holder and send it back raw. Please keep in mind that you are still charged the original submission fee as it did go through the grading process," which makes perfect sense. Uh, so, yeah. So what happened was he was upcharged to the $1,000 value for this card, and it only sold for like $492 on Golden. And he believes, and I agree with him, that they shouldn't have upcharged him or they should refund the upcharge since their own auction arm, Golden, is still owned by collectors until the sale to eBay goes through, couldn't sell it for anywhere near the amount that he was upcharged to. So they should just refund him the upcharge. But there's no evidence that he asked for that. All he said was, "Can I decline the upcharge in the future?" And they said, "Yes, we'll send it back to you." Um, I don't know. It's a strange thing. And he, somewhere in the comments, asked, yeah. Anyway, it's somewhere in the comments he shows that he asked them. The question that they responded to was, "How do I avoid an upcharge in the future?" The follow-up question should be, "Hey, this didn't sell for as much as you thought it would. It should be to the $500 level, and I would like a refund, please." That's pretty simple. Should be anyway. Another sports card nonsense person shared their amazing hit of a green Wemby rookie, and they say disappointing to say the least. Presumably because it's off center? I don't know. I would be thrilled to hit this, but here's the picture that the seller sent them. They didn't hit this, they bought it. This is the card that the seller sent them, which is a beautifully centered Wembanyama card. And it looks to me like the seller is trying to get away with a little switcheroo. Which one would you rather have? This beautifully centered, and I know somebody's going to say, oh, it's just the angle. It's the same card. I don't think it is. Look at how much space is at the bottom versus the top. Look at how much space on the right versus the left. That is not the case with the, yeah. All right, this one went kind of viral in the Vintage Wax and Packs group. Nathan Burns, who owns only at Grand Slam, it's Grand Slam Collectibles, sports card shop, found some high number sealed hobby cases from 89 Upper Deck. 20 box hobby high number case, clean and fresh. Look at this. Well, they're giving a huge discount. And they also have one 1989 Upper Deck factory set case with 15 sets that has been stored with little to no staining. These finds are out there. Upper Deck, people still joke, Upper Deck is still printing these. It's crazy. And that is all I have for today. Let me know what you think about any of these items. You can see my new Ted from yesterday's card show. It's hard to figure out where to put my finger backwards like this. Ted Williams, 56 tops, fits really nicely right underneath the 55 tops, which is right there. Yeah, big Celtics win last night. Not surprised. They had a letdown game in game two. The Heat hit 23 three-pointers, shooting 55% from three, which that's not the Heat. They average 12 a game, 12 three-pointers a game. So I'm predicting for tomorrow night's game, Celtics win by 85. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great Sunday.